Hello friends, greetings from HR Beacon. In the last session, that is session 4, we had focused about what is job design and how does it help molding an effective organization. Keeping in mind certain doubts that might have formed in your mind, how practically we could develop job design. I wish to give you a little more elaboration on this process. Human resource department is to carry out this activity in collaboration with the management. To carry out this activity, we need to understand what are the processes of planning involved in this. Let me give you a brief about it. First thing that comes to your mind is how to create an organization structure. This job is basically the activity of HR department head who will work out the frame and discuss with the management and detailed out for implementation. This requires large experience and focus. We will discuss this role in the later chapters in detail. Once the proper structure of the organization is in place, we understand about various departments, required levels of employees and their designations, compensation to be offered in the form of salaries and benefits, skills, both technical and managerial required, job descriptions, etc. These parameters, how it can be worked out, will be detailed out in the separate coming up chapters. Once the structuring process is detailed out, we can understand the importance of manpower planning. Manpower planning is the very essential job function which determines the need to look at what are the skills and what level and designations we need to focus for recruitment. Manpower planning involves the process of understanding the current business leverage and future business leverage and the manpower demand. First and foremost thing here is to discuss about the same and plan out the manpower resources that may be required to be utilized from the existing and identifying the gaps to be filled for the projects waiting. These manpower gaps are basically the scope for recruitment. It is equally important for us to know the manpower that would be freed from the currently engaged activities or project and the timeline for them to be engaged for newly planned out activities or project. If the timelines are less than 6 months, but we need in less than 3 months, we could even think about sourcing professionals on contract basis for a period of 3 months from outside sources if appropriate in order not to cause excess manpower after 6 months. Always the priority goes to the existing employees who are on the regular roll of the company to be utilized. This focus will send a message to the organization about their job security and quality management thinking. Manpower planning is a sensitive process that need to be handled by an experienced HR leader together with the management in order not to rock the boat. Manpower is an intangible asset that contributes to the growth of the organization by providing requisite skills, knowledge to business from time to time, and contribute to the growth. Unless you value the employees, the spirit to add value will come down and the degree of involvement and contribution may logically reduce from the point of employees. At the same time, this is to be treated always as an appreciating asset. Year on year, the cost will increase, which needed to be utilized effectively by engaging and extracting the productive work and knowledge from them. By doing so, the growth of the organization would be at par and the increasing manpower cost may not matter immediately. Normally, unforeseen and unplanned manpower handling would lead to idling manpower, idling cost, which will lead to dissatisfaction among the existing employees due to less opportunities within or less engaged employees. As the way we move on the discussion, you can see that the subject is prolonging. We are coming to the point to be discussed in continuation in the next chapters. Output of an effective manpower planning is the recruitment, requisition with a timeline to recruit and the skills to be recruited. Manpower planning would also give a picture of identifying and analyzing what were the factors of expected success in the current project, or what were the factors that affected the performance in terms of extended completion of the activities or project, or quality of product realization or delivery. If they were affected, here we will be able to understand the knowledge, skill and abilities of the existing employees who worked on it. If these factors are not up to the mark, there is a need for analyzing whether these skill gaps shall be eliminated through designing an appropriate training for them and observe. If developing these skills in the existing employees involve longer duration, it may not be wise to wait, but the decision to be taken for bringing in relevantly experienced and skilled employees to be recruited. Ideally, the committed existing employees shall be trained in parallel. We need to keep in mind the committed and sincere employees are supportive to the organization always. They shall be thought of always developing, although it might take some more time to reach the expected level of their knowledge and skill, as they shall be productively standing futuristic for the future planning as well. This is an elaborate exercise and we will continue the discussion in the next chapter. Thank you.